thank you everyone who took part in the community poll. Now, at this point, there'll be a new one up for you guys to vote for the next route that we go through. But yes, as you can see, our overwhelming winner is none other than SANS the Skeleton. So yes, guys, we'll be playing through SANS' romance route. And I hope you guys are going to come along and join me on this route. As well as, remember guys, if you leave comments, I will, of course, include them in the next video. So thanks so much, and let's get on with it. Shoutouts, of course, go to Michaela Ramirez, who said, please pick SANS, I'm begging you. Don't worry, we are. And another one goes to Enchanted Nullity, who said, SANS. And last but not least as well, DHDD Creator, who said, SANS, always SANS. Like he always is the interest one. Of course, SANS. So yeah, you guys just really wanted SANS. We had a last minute comment by Shifty Fan, who said, of course SANS is going to win. Yeah, he won the poll. It makes sense, it's SANS. We've got one more comment to go, which is of course by Leia D, aka darkpetal16 themselves, who left this wonderful comment on the Mafiafell video. Woohoo! So excited to listen to this playthrough. This would be set closer to the 1970s to 1930s, like Al Capone area, since it's mafia based. Yeah, there was me saying modern day mafia. Let's not go that extreme, folks. I don't think any of us would handle a modern day mafia situation involving the Skeleton Bros. We'd probably all be dead. Cedar, sordid and disreputable. It's a bad, rundown, kind of dangerous neighbourhood. Alright, well that was me hopefully praying that it just meant there's more flowers on this side of town. No, it just means I stupidly moved into like one of the bad parts of town. Yay me! I don't care if I'm looking for my freaking brother. Can my character please have some common sense and not move into the random location that may or may not result in their possibly dying at some point? I'm going to get killed by one of the skeletons. I can just see this happening right now. I'm going to get murdered in my own room by one of the skeletons showing up in my house. Or like they're going to be like downstairs or something lurking, and I'm going to come across them and then it's just going to end terribly for me. That being said, in the US there are thrift stores. There are stores that people can sell, donate their used goods to, and they get sold at an extremely cheap price. See, since I'm in the UK, we have like different names for different shops. So I was confused when I heard the term thrifting, and here in the UK, the stores like that they're called charity shops. That's where my confusion went in. So be warned, folks. I will probably ask you all various questions about certain terms, because here in the UK, we call everything like different names. We've got, what is it, torches, flashlights, etc., so on and so forth. There's pounds, as in, because we've got money that's called pound coins, etc., and so on and so forth. So yes, thank you so much for clearing that for me. I'm so sorry you're having trouble sleeping. I hope you get some proper rest in between. So do I, but honestly, I've been having this since I was very little. So at this point, I've just literally grinned and bear it pretty much. I'm awake when I'm awake and I sleep when I sleep. Sometimes I'll even just fall asleep when I'm recording stuff, and then I'll be waking up like, what in the earth happened? But yeah, it's technically part of my condition. At the foot of sees its name, wretched mountain. Well, yes, this mountain, every time, it doesn't matter. The best example is that when we hear about this particular mountain, whose name I shall not say, this questionable mountain, well, my character's like, oh, it's a perfectly normal mountain, considering people have gone vanishing up there. It's perfectly normal. There's superstitions. People have gone missing. People possibly died. No, it's still normal. Every time the mountain's involved, bad things happen. And this is going to be no different, especially when I hear the Dramere family living in there. No, I'm sus, and I will stay sus. Favourite colour is soul colour, and second favourite colour is the flower colour. Oh, okay. And of course, when I said about black and white not being a colour they're considered shades, yeah, because in primary, again, I'm going to try to like get through this comment as quickly as possible for everyone out there that just wants to like get on with watching the video, but in primary, fun little story for you all. Teacher asked us to name colours. Randomly, without thinking, I said black and white. Then the teacher proceeded to then explain in very great length and detail, and my brain cannot even register half of the stuff he said. The only thing I took away from him trying to explain the fact that black and white was not a colour, my only response to him was, I like pandas. And that is how that lesson went. I don't exactly know. The only thing I remember is that I was told that they weren't colours, and what I took from it was I like pandas, and my classroom literally laughed, so all good for me. Let's see. Considering it's nice to listening to you talking, I'm not surprised you're a good singer. Thank you so much. Again, I was just surprised to learn that apparently no one else in my family could sing. I thought they could sing, but apparently not. So that came as a surprise to me. Your sus for the Tremere family is hilarious. It is well validated. They are sus. Especially Asgo. Me and Asgo, we now have history. Underfell Asgo. I'm going to hold this against Mafiafell Asgo now. I'm going to forever not like the goat now, all because of my experience with Undertale Asgo. But it's also pretty justified. I've read some stuff. I know, you lot, you can't be trusted. Daphne was SANS, good call. Yes, it was process of elimination. It had to be SANS. Yep, it's Lawrence telling you to keep safe. Well done, Lawrence, being a good brother, but please try not to tell me too many times or you're going to get on my nerves. Because I would be the type of person, if given a Jiminy Cricket, if he kept talking to me too much, I might accidentally squish him. As much as I like your Jiminy Cricket, and I'm talking about the original Jiminy Cricket in the Disney animated, and not the other Jiminy Cricket who's slightly creepy. I will not elaborate anymore, otherwise we'll get into a very long conversation about live action Disney movies, and there are some I just don't want to talk about. Moving on. Oopsie, the error will be fixed in the next update. Your media tone from gentle narration of recovery from your child to sharp weight of what happened in my childhood made me laugh. Understandable, it kind of came out of freaking nowhere. I wasn't prepared. So much stuff was happening, and then all of a sudden, just literally out of nowhere, characters like casually like, oh, you know, stuff happened in my childhood, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And now I'm just sus about the family, thinking the worst case scenario. Nobody can be trusted. Heck, how do I know I can trust Lawrence? Lawrence, you could probably try and kill me later on. Who knows? Maybe you, technically, maybe secretly he kidnapped himself. Who knows? Or maybe he's dead. And he's a ghost. Oh God, now I'm scaring myself, the idea of him haunting me. That the voice I keep hearing is technically his spirit, constantly guiding me down the path. You better not be watching when I try to flirt with skeletons. Romance. That's so exciting to see the next video. This commenting kind of long. Sorry. That is perfectly fine. I don't mind long comments. I love reading them, especially when someone is kind enough to, of course, point out the things I got confused with. I do greatly appreciate it. Now then, guys. Mafiafell, Chapter 2. You guys wanted SANS, so let's go and see if we can flirt with this goddamn skeleton, and hopefully he's not too handsy. And Gaster, yes, I'll get to you at some point. You and your hands. I hope you're less handsy than the other one. But let's go find us a SANS. Let's go. Okay, first of all, I would like to say that I'm really proud of myself that I actually made the sprite that you're seeing by here. I actually drew this one on the 3DS, much like I did with all the others. But I also wanted to make it a little bit more unique and special, so I gave him a pink daffodil, because that's my flower. And I put it in his pocket. I was going to put smoke on my little drawing on the side there, but I thought it might be too much and he might like abstract some of the writing. So yeah, this is my SANS for this fruit. This was actually drawn by me, so it's okay for me to use this because he also has my daffodil. Now then, let's get going, folks. You guys wanted me to go to romanticize this skeleton. Let's see how this goes. Where is he? Our route tags. At first sight, intense, obsessive, physically orientated. Oh my goodness. Let's get into it. Yes, darling. Oh my goodness. You make a wish in your dreams. Oh boy, we're getting into it already. Mafiafell, Chapter 2, Dreaming of You. So long as it's not a nightmare or anything. Your brother smiles easily. It doesn't matter how his day went. A small act of kindness at the end of it would always bring out a smile. That's what you miss most. His smile. Your lives were turbulent and volatile, but he never stopped smiling for you. If I'm honest, if somebody kept continuously smiling every day, it might start to creep me out eventually. Anyway, but it really depends on the type of smile. Maybe you knew how much that smile means to you. I like how my character corrected herself and she's like, means to you. Because they're like, I refuse to believe he's dead. He hasn't gone yet. There's a chance he's still out there. That's why we're not going to use any past tense. Need to correct myself. I thought it means. Still means to me. Yes, he's still out there. He is still out there. I will find him. Regardless of the fact he's been avoiding me all these freaking years. And when I find him, he's going to get a clout off me. Because how dare he make me wait around in this kind of environment trying to find him. He's a goddamn detective, not me. Most nights you dream about him. That is concerning. You'll dream of the happier memories. Oh, well, as long as it's the happier one and not the turbulent ones I've been having of my pa. You know, and all that malarkey. Let's not go down this thing. We're avoiding that. As often as the scary... Never mind. Apparently we have the scary ones too. Never freaking mind. I spoke too soon. While the rough outweighed the bad, you try to focus on the good. You want to remember that he smiles easily. You want to remember the way he calls you Frisk. Okay, bro. How dare you call me Frisk? What a freaking name. I have a name, it is Twinkle, not Frisk. What is up with this? Stop assuming my name. Fine, I'm Frisk. You didn't know why he chose that name. Brother, if I find you, me and you, we're going to have a throwdown. I'm going to probably strangle you myself. What the fudge? You asked him once and he gave you a strange smile. It suits you. Was all he told you. Excuse me, Frisk? Do you know what Frisk means? Frisking people? What, am I handsy like Gaster? Am I hangsy like SANS? It suits you. He has one more name for you. You are his risky Frisk. Oh, absolutely not. No. No. Absolutely not. No way. Button? I'll give you a button now, you. Princess? Angel? Troublemaker? Hellraiser? Probably, because I'm going to raise hell all over the place, you know? Trying to find him. Starlight. Well, technically, that is my nickname. Because I use Twinkle. Starlight is the nickname. So, yeah, I'll have Starlight. I like it. It suits my Twinkle. You love your brother. I'm starting to question if I really do love him. Is he really worth it? Calling me Frisk how freaking day. You love remember him through your dreams. That night you don't dream of him. You dream of red smoke choking. What the hell, SANS? Why are you choking me with your smoke? What the hell? Red smoke is 100% SANS. Why am is he looming over me when I'm sleeping? I swear to God, you better not be like, what? He's watching me when I'm sleeping, isn't he? It slowly fills the room. He's in the freaking room, isn't he? I'm going to be sleeping and he's going to be like... He's going to be somewhere in the room, like taking smoke or something now. And then I'm dreaming, but it's actually, in real life, what's happening is SANS is like looming over you while he's smoking in the room. And that's what's happening. And like, a part of that is mingled in my dreams. Like, I guarantee that's what it is. I wouldn't put it past these skeletons be observing me while I sleep. Ugh. It slowly fills the room and notice as it pulls from the floor and rises up. It's warm and tingles across your skin. As it moves up, however, you no longer see your feet nor legs. It swallows you whole in a decisive comfort. I'm confused how smoke would be even remotely comfortable. You know, unless it's got drugs in it, I'm assuming. Maybe that might... Oh my God, is he drugging me up with his smoke? SANS, look, I know we're going down a relationship route here, buddy, but we may need to talk about your smoking habits. You see, in real life, I can't handle people smoking. I start going into coughing fits. I didn't used to have this problem, but my stepdad smokes all the time, and I can't be in the room when he's smoking anymore because my chest just tightens up and I struggle to breathe. I don't have asthma, but I seem to have a really, violent reaction, so I don't know. Maybe I have developed it. Who knows? As it reaches your face, it forces its way inside your lungs. Excuse you? What are you? Freaking Valentino? Come down now. Hey, now. Keep your smoke to yourself. It fills your chest with a smoky, spicy stench. It's too thick to breathe, and you gasp and choke in it. Okay, look, if we're trying to get somewhere together, trying to choke me in my sleep is not a good idea. You claw at your throat, desperate to catch your breath, but each intake leaves you struggling more and more. Your legs grow weak and you collapse to the ground. You are overwhelmed by this cloud of crimson. All you see is red, and you've been completely devoured. Hello, my darling. You wake up with a gasp. SANS? What? Attempted murder? Excuse you, we're trying to get, romantically involved here, buddy. Why are you trying to kill me with your smoke in my sleep? What is this? That is not even remotely flattering. What even was that? What am I supposed to take from that? That is not quite the experience I was expecting. I was expecting something raunchy or something, implying, not attempted murder by red smoke. You clutch at your throat, wheezing and hiccuping as you struggle to breathe. You second in a large gulp of air. Desperate to breathe. Your heart pounds as you tremble in your bed. Bed. Oh, you're in your bed. I forgot my character's a slight idiot, aren't I? You're okay. You can breathe. Are you sure? Slowly, shakily, you calm down. You try to take deep breaths, although you still hiccup when you breathe in, and you glance at the crowd. You think, really? You couldn't have given me this dream like a much later time? Why 3 in the freaking morning? Don't you have better things to do? Go bother someone else. Don't you have a job to do? Go do something for Winger Days. Go on, go make yourself useful. My darling, go away. But I wanted to come loom over you when you're sleeping. I don't care. Get out, SANS. But I love you. Go! That skeleton. You swallow roughly. Your throat hurts. It would completely throw off your entire schedule if you got up now. You try to lay back down. You hope you have a sweeter dream. Really? It is even harder to get up than usual in the morning. You roll over and bury your face in the pillow. Why must the bed be so lullying when you have to get up? You heave a heavy sigh and force yourself to get out of bed. You make your bed as you do every morning, although you feel more tired than usual. The nightmare lingers in the back of your mind. Character, I'm surprised you're not going to develop PTSD from red smoke the second you see it. It's going to strangle me. You take a peek at some of your clothes hung up to dry. You decide you don't want to wear any red for a while. Wow, my character is traumatized. Well, and it doesn't help that SANS wears red, isn't it? And it doesn't help that he's got red eyes. Great, fantastic. Well done for a wonderful first impression, SANS. Well, second impression. This was an actually more impactful one than the one where I actually heard you and Papyrus talking. And, somebody talking about you. But still, gotta love the skeleton. You are sluggish. Even after you've drunk your chocolate milk, you still feel out of it of sorts. Hope your morning run will make you feel better. It doesn't. If anything, it makes you feel worse when you get back. Understandable. It's a morning run. Why would running make me feel better? It'll make me just feel grouchy. You take a long bubble bath. Oh, I love bubbles. And scrub your ivory skin raw. Wait, now, don't go over the top. What's up with this constantly rubbing it raw? We don't need you bleeding. Calm down, character. It was only a little bit of smoke suffocating you. It's not like a pair of hands came up and grabbed you. I don't have a feeling one of them will. I have a feeling that's a Wingerding's thing. With your orange blossom scented soap. It smells delicious. You end up taking too long in the bathroom and the steam fogs everything up. That's normally not an issue, but after a nightmare of not being able to breathe, any difficulty is enough to trigger a panic. Well, I'm freaking panicked. SANS, you're gonna have to quit smoking. But I like smoking. I don't care. I'm suffering with panic attacks. Think of me. You want a relationship to work, buddy? You're gonna have to give up your smoking. For my own safety. You scramble to open the bathroom door, and as soon as you realise what is going on, you throw it open and suck in a big gulp of air, dripping wet from your bubbly bath. Well, thank goodness nothing is looming about in my room. Can you imagine if SANS was just, looming somewhere out there, and I just, come out, and if I don't have a towel on, my goodness, he's seen a lot. Once you can breathe easily, you calm down. This isn't good. You need to pull yourself together. You work the evening shift tonight, as you have a lot of time. You finish getting ready. You force yourself to move slowly, carefully. You're in control of yourself, not your nightmares, not your memories. You slip on a floral dress, and you shiver. Oh, wrap yourself up in a blanket. Blankie. I love blankets. They're nice and warm and cuddly. Also, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 blankets on my bed. what can I say? This house is freaking old, 70 years old, and ever since they've done the windows and doors and stuff, it was supposed to, like, make it better here. No. Ugh, the houses in the UK. Huh. Oh, where were we? Oh, yes. You'll finish your hair later, when it's closer to your time to leave. You have hours left in your day before you have to go to work. You actually have time to do something extra for you. That will be nice. It might make you feel better. Well, let's go grab a sketchbook. Duh! I love drawing. If there's anything to go by my little drawings on the side there. I love drawing. Drawing's what makes me happy. I love working with pencils and other things. I also love working with clay and stuff. I'm very crafty. You work with pencils. You don't have many colours left, so it's primarily just regular pencils. You crack your sketchbook open and flip through your previously completed drawings. It's halfway full. You need to get a new one soon. Hey, if it's only halfway full, that means you should probably fill it out completely and then you can go get a new one. Or be like me, wait for people to gift you like tons of them and then completely forget where they are, and then they'll give you more because you really can't remember where you put the goddamn drawing books. So me. You decide to sketch the ocean? Nah. The night sky? The dawn? Kittens! Oh my god, yes, let's draw kittens. Kittens are cute and adorable, and considering the nightmare, yes. Also, SANS, we are adopting a kitten. If we are going to live together, here's the thing. You need to be okay with cats. What if I'm not? Then, well, you're gonna just have to fudge it, because I'm having a cat. That's one thing I'm pointing out right now. If me and him got together and stuff, he would have to be comfortable with me having a cat. Because I love cats, and I want to have a cat. And I have a cat. I have Poppy, and we've had many cats in our family. I've just always had an animal around, so yes, I would have to be with somebody that's okay with animals and would love them as much as I would. Because pets, they're cute. As you paint, you feel your tension from the nightmare start to ease. You feel much better until the next time you have another nightmare where you're nearly suffocating or worse. You enjoy your hobby, it makes you happy and relaxed. It's not too expensive to maintain, so it's one of the simpler pleasures you consistently allow yourself. Although you have to admit, you have one other interest. If you were richer, you'd love to be able to go horseback riding. When I was younger, we actually used to have horses, but this was like when I was very, very little, when I was a little baby. But obviously after my real father passed away when I was 4 years old, they had to get rid of the horses, which is a shame. I don't know where they are now. We had a lot of horses. My dad used to do competitions and go... he always had horses. The whole entire family did have horses. My mom didn't. She was not familiar with them. She grew to love them. Look at me delving into my own thing. But yes, horseback riding. It always looked like a fun adventure to you. Not to mention up the field. I used to go up there all the time to go and pat the horses. Lawrence used to always tell you to dream big when you went to school. It's a good thing this is set in the olden days. I'm just saying, modern day me would just be like, dream big. Where does that get you half of the time? Perhaps dreaming of horseback riding isn't big, but when you live paycheck to paycheck, the expenses it takes to make it happen feels big to you. You start to pick up your things. Your mug is dry, so you put it back in your cabinet. That creaks when you open it. Your eyes sweep over the countertop and you brush your hand over it. A home must be neat for you to get a treat. I don't like the way that's shifting back and forth. Oh, blimey neck. Is this to do with past trauma? Oh, gosh. Oh, they were strict with it. They might have been, like, super strict. I wonder how strict... Actually, no, I don't want to know. You know what? I want to keep my innocence. I don't want to get traumatized again. No, never mind. Ignore me. I don't want to know. I'm going to learn eventually. Your nose wrinkles and you immediately scratch at your ear. You hate remembering her sing-song voice. Already you can smell that overbearing stench of bleach and your hands burn. That's concerning. Gross. Cookies. You feel sick. We're just gonna say, you absently rub your hands. Oh gosh, and the nightmare must have tired you out more than you thought. You glance at your clock. You have time before work. You choose to leave. You put on your pumps and a pair of white gloves and you're out the door. It's a good thing I chose gloves, because considering how, like, vigorously our character apparently was scrubbing earlier, I dread to think how red her hands are. You head to the flower shop. The doorbell chimes when you enter the shop. It's a cute shop. The main room has rows of baskets filled with vibrant flowers, and the front door has a floral design, and the main shop window is large enough to cover the entire front wall. There are vines covering it. It has a floral scent to it. I'd be concerned if it didn't. It's supposed to be a freaking flower shop. It is a perfect combination of numerous flowers in the shop, but it is not overpowering. The owner carefully selected pretty flowers with subtle scents so guests wouldn't feel overwhelmed when they first walked in and sneeze. Most days the owner always keeps the door open to let in a breeze and circulate the air. It's rare to find it closed. Well, yeah, because the flowers also really appreciate the air circulation. It helps them grow. You soon realize why, when you step in, you aren't the only customer today. The owner is with two others. Ooh, who is it? The owner is an elderly woman who goes by the name of Daisy. Aww, I love that. Her name is Daisy. Oh, I should have... A part of me was debating, and should I stick a daisy somewhere on SANS every time a flower is mentioned, just put another flower on? But that'd be way too much, but that is funny. She doesn't like to be called Miss or Ma'am. Oh, finally, a woman after my own heart. Go Daisy! Daisy's best character so far. She's a tall woman who laughs with her whole body and has many wrinkles on her tanny skin from spending her youth in the sun. There's me just pale like death or something, where I just stay in and be a recluse. Used to work in the flower shop before you shift at the Black Swan. Okay. Oh wait, she also shared the same apartment complex as you and for a time was your boss. Oh, so she lives in the same apartment. Good. If anything happens, I can go, Daisy, there's horrible things happening in my apartment. Can I come and stay with you? Let's see. Used to work in the flower shop before your shifts at the Black Swan. When Daisy broke her hip, oh bless, while her son was still on tour, she didn't have many options. She couldn't afford much. On tour, so are we talking about like on tour as in like he worked for the army, or as in he's on tour like with music? Look at me and I want to know everything I can about Daisy, my neighbour. Ooh. You just moved in and were desperate for money. You needed a second job, and while the pay was abysmal, it was easy work and better than nothing. She was a good boss, good woman. You helped her outside of work as well, carrying and putting away groceries, running a few errands, and in turn endeared yourself to her. Now she makes you your favourite dessert, chocolate pie. Ugh. That doesn't sound nice to me. Apple pie, pumpkin pie, blueberry cobbler, Wait! I saw the word chocolate cake. Go back. Coffee pudding. I don't care. Go back. Chocolate chip cookies. Now I'm torn between chocolate chip cookies and chocolate cake. Oh, she makes ice cream. Drop everything. We're going with chocolate ice cream. That sounds better. Yum. On days you feel blue, and best of all, you get on a discount. The peony will look lovely in your bouquet, says Daisy. Are you sure? Frets a young woman. She's holding a magazine up to Daisy at the counter. Is this colour right? Yes, in that shade. In that exact shade, reassured Daisy. Oh, really? Because normally when you look at like a magazine, sometimes like the colours aren't matching like the actual thing. Because like they do something with the picture, so it looks a bit weird. There, see, I told you this shop would carry them, says a tall bunny monster beside her. A monster? Growing up in the country, you didn't encounter them often. The ones that you did see were always just passing through. Since moving to the big city, however, you see them daily. When you were able to attend school, you were told that humans and monsters brokered peace centuries ago through a sacred union, a soul bond between a human princess and a monster prince. I have a question. Was it consensual? I'm just saying. And is this Kara with Ezreal, or are we talking about someone else? I feel like the Dramir family's involved again. I'm sus. Before the union, it was not thought possible for a human and monster to be soulmates. Why? Love comes in many forms. You don't need to be the same species for love to be real. I mean, there's people nowadays, apparently there's somebody that married themselves to a tree. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it on the news. But apparently, love comes in every form, including marrying an actual tree. As long as you're happy, I guess, and you're not bothering anyone, you can't drop. Tree ends need love too. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. In order to soul bond, one partner needs a lot of magic. Only a quarter of humanity has magic, and less than half of that have enough magic to use. The power to bind two souls for all eternity takes an incredible amount. Prior to the first unions, monsters thought they could only perform such an act with another monster. Well, that doesn't make sense. Even with this knowledge, unions between monsters and humans are a rarity. Not for humans' lack of trying. What do they gain from it? Powerful monsters stop aging, and when they soul bind to a human, that partner stops aging. Immortality, greedy humanity. This is going to be like where everything is fine, and all of a sudden it just goes, isn't it? I'm about to carry on reading now, and it's going to be like, oh, humans got greedy, and they started trafficking monsters or something to force them to go with a human. Isn't that a law against something like that? Soul binding doesn't work unless maybe the other person feels for you. Couldn't there be something like that? Oh yeah, you can't forcibly soul bind someone because if you do, you don't get the immortality, or can you still get it? Either way, that's still terrible. I hope that's not what humanity did, but then again, humanity in this is trash. Let's see. Last century, there was a market for humans who would pay to try and I spoke too soon, didn't I? I told you humanity was trash. A union to attempt for immortality. It nearly triggered another war between monsters and humans. If I'm honest, it should have definitely triggered a war. That's just disgusting. Why? That type of that's something personal, That is something between lovers. Humans are dumb. Things have died down enough that there isn't an overt tension, but the trust broke when that came to light. Understandable. I mean, I would be sussy now of humans. If they did something like that. How would you know that all the people that you've seen now soul bonded and stuff? How do you know that they actually consented and it was actually willing? It's rare to see a monster and a human couple. Oh, bless. You stand off to the side and look at the flowers. You have business here, so you don't want to leave. You also don't want the couple to feel like you're eavesdropping, which you technically are. You certainly probably get plenty of side eyes already. Jealous humans, distrustful monsters, and plenty of bigots looking down on the the odd couple. There, I can't say the word. You don't want to be thrown into that lot. Yeah, it was bad enough, in Undertale, where freaking was it? No, it was SANS. SANS was telling me I was being racist. Because I'm a human and my way of seeing things. And then we had Asgore throwing shade at me as well, Anyway, moving on. The couple talk with Daisy for several more minutes before they leave. Daisy notices you immediately. My little daffodil lover. Glad to see she knows my favourite flower. Daisy's entire demeanour is bright. Did you see the couple that's left? Aren't they adorable? They're getting married. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, that's precious. Oh my goodness, I hope them all the best. That's nice, isn't it though? Agrees Daisy. I love making bouquets for weddings. When you getting married? Huh? You'll let me do the flowers at your venue, right? Huh? You smile at her. You tell her she can also do your bouquet. Sweet child, she says. Speaking of love, found anyone yet? No, but I did have a possible attempted murder in my sleep by SANS. But I cannot, deny or not confirm he was physically in my room. Only that it was kind of convenient. I had a nightmare about red smoke and I know it's from him. So I don't know. Maybe he was in the room. Maybe he can now do stuff in my dreams. But my character had yet to see the red smoke, right? There was no interaction with SANS prior to make this nightmare happen. Meaning, SANS had to be physically in the freaking room or had to have done something for me to feel that. Or to have that experience, right? I'm not wrong. There's something really sus about that nightmare. Moving on. No, it's just you. I can't see why, she says. You're the loveliest woman in this whole city. Oh my goodness, flattering me. My gosh, calm down, woman. You duck your head, a sheepishly pleased smile on your face. Daisy has a way of sincerely complimenting others that made them feel warm. You aren't immune to this. And after that night you had, it feels good to be near someone kind. You know I could try to set you up with someone. I know a few people, she offers. There's a lot of mums at my bingo club who brag about their sons. You assure her you are fine. Are you sure? She presses. Yes, her face scrunches up and she gives you a long look. You are a poor old lady. No, she sighs dramatically. You break my fragile poor heart. You've seen her manhandle her military son. Okay, so he is military and win. You refuse to believe she is fragile. You will not fall for this ruse. When she realizes this, she rolls her eyes and waves her hand dismissively. Fine, fine. Here for the usual order? Yes, your usual order. As a bonus for Daisy liking you, you get a special discount in ordering posters. Are these missing posters? Missing people posters, is that? Her sister works at a printing press. Daisy takes your order and comes back a few weeks later with stacks of missing person posters for your brother Lawrence. Of course. It's almost time to put up a new batch, as the old ones have become worn down from the weather. You aren't sure if they'll make much of a difference. 5 years of putting them up, and you've yet to receive a clue, but there's not much else you can do. You have to keep trying. Yeah, I guess. Lawrence, you must be really worth it for me to be spending, constantly doing this. I don't have a sibling. But still. You would never give up on him. This is what happens when your character has freaking determination. I'm just saying, this is what this is. And so you will never give up on him. Oh, goddamn it. But what if it turns out, like, he has amnesia and he's become, like, a new person? What if he's, like, head of the mafia? What if he's been kidnapped by the Dremere family? If you've been kidnapped by the Dremere family, you're freaking on your own, Lawrence. I'm not going near them. I have my reasonings. I'm sorry. You are not worth it if you're stuck with them. You're on your own. My character's like, I can't do that. Yes, you can. I'm in control of you. All right, little daffodil lover, she says, her voice soft and her eyes full of sympathy. You already have the money ready and you hand it to her over the counter, ignoring the look she gives you. Yeah, she's probably thinking, we've been doing this for years, dearie. Do you have to keep doing this? Look, you need to let it go eventually. But I think it's, what is it, like 6 years something has to go by before you can declare someone dead? Like, they can be missing for, like, so many years. My mother was telling me. So many years need to go by before they can officially, like, consider the person dead. So, it hasn't been long enough, I don't think. I think it needs to be longer than 5 years. I'm pretty sure. My mom was telling me about it the other day. There was something on the news and she mentioned about it. Before you go, how about a corsage? Okay, a corsage, if I apologize if I said this wrong, isn't this like the little bracelety flower thing you put on your hand for weddings? I don't know, because I've never been to a wedding, but there's like this little weird like flower thing you put on your arm, I think, or it goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes on the arm, doesn't it? Or does it go like on the leg somewhere? But I'm pretty sure it's like on the hand somewhere. Corsage, it goes there. Or is it like the one that goes like attached to the outfit? Can anybody like clarify where the hell the corsage goes and if I actually said it correct? But for what? Because, she said, you're alive! Isn't that reason enough? Why did you randomly say that? Now you're gonna get me worried that at any point I'm gonna get this freaking character killed now. Oh, Daisy! You give her a smile. She takes as a yes and happily moves around her shop to pluck a few Flowers. Hypothetically, she said, if you were interested in some company... Oh my god, she's trying to get... No, woman. You're no fun. Can't you answer a few questions? She bats her eyes for me. When you don't respond, she offers a counteroffer for some freshly made chocolate ice cream. You agree to answer some questions for that, because the best way to your heart is through your ice cream. Her laughter bounces around the shop, lighter and brighter than the warm noon sun that filters in. My darling daffodil lover, I do adore your standards. Excuse me, you're literally blackmailing me with freaking ice cream, woman. You giggle. Where would you want to go on a date? Dinner with a show, maybe. A very nice restaurant, no. Strolling through Central Park, walk on the beach. I don't like slumping into the sand. I really don't. I like the beach, but I just don't. I love going to the beach. I love collecting shells, but I don't know. I don't imagine spending all that time during a date on the freaking beach would make me happy. Stroll through Central Park. I'd be worried to get mugged. Dinner with a show. Depends on the show. So I'm thinking like theatre or ice skating, you know, like one of those like Broadway shows and stuff. But I'm trying to think, in the 1930s that the years this is set in, do they have those? Because I keep imagining no Can-Can girls for some reason. The stroll through Central Park would be nice if it was like with horse and carriage. That would be cute. Gosh, then I started thinking about Lady and the Tramp. Okay, I'll choose one now and then we'll choose a different option for the others. So first, SANS will have a stroll through Central Park. I'm pretty sure you can keep me safe. Oh my goodness, she nods at that. And what kind of gift would you want to receive? Favorite fruit? Gosh, no. She already uses that enough to, you know, bribe me. So no. Flowers? I already got flowers. I don't need any more flowers. Nice clothes. Nice clothes would be nice. I would like clothes. Jewelry? I'm a magpie. Give me sparkles now. She smiles at that. And in a relationship, would you rather take the lead or have the... I can't. I'm very shy. The other person would have to initiate because I'm too shy. Ta-da, all done, she says. What, did you freaking write it down? She says she takes the corsage made of white and pink flowers and ties it around your wrist. Oh, you thank her for the corsage. And thank you for your time, she says. You going to work? Yes, be safe, she says. You will, you always are. Don't say that, you're not always safe. You're going to a place where there's gang members and stuff coming and going whenever they goddamn please. As you leave, you catch a whiff of something smoky and spicy. SANS, are you stalking me again? No. SANS, get going. Jeez, stop eavesdropping. Go elsewhere. But I like being around you. Go! I'm going, woman. At once you are reminded of that dream. The nightmare is lingering on you. It's freaking SANS it is. SANS is spying on me. Now the question is, does Daisy know about SANS? Is that why Daisy asked? Because it's Trey convenient he just happens to be listening in when I am told what I would want. No, tingle in the back of your thoughts, itch in your mind, skips a beat, there's a warm tingle in your chest. I guess we could have that. Cookies. It had been 5 years since you last felt that, but it doesn't matter. You know this feeling, you know what it means. I do. Is this like my instinct saying, warning, warning, danger, danger, stalker, stalker? Your pa, your da. Da 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 da. Sorry, your father, your dad, your papa. Well, the thing is, I don't know if this man is a good man, so I'm just gonna say pa, because I don't know. From everything I've read, there is a chance that you or the waifu may not be good parente, so just in case, pa is all you're getting from me, sir, until I get more information. Oh my god, he is an evil man! He taught you how to be brave, how to be afraid. He taught you how to stand firm, how to take a hit. Go to your happy place. He taught you to persevere no matter how hard about it. Oh my god, this man is something. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Oh boy. Sans, you might need to keep me away from said papa. Got it. But the most important lesson he ever taught you is how to trust your instinct. Trust your soul. Your soul is special. It is powerful. It is strong. Through your soul, you have had near flawless intuition when it comes to your safety. Under Pa's lesson, this ability grew to its current state. That? Yay and bad, Papa. How dare you, Papa? It's how you avoid death. It's how you and Lauren succeed in evading Pa when you fled into the night. Okay. You instinctively know where to go in dangerous situations, how to survive. As if you've already done it before and learned from your mistakes. Oh dear, I don't like this. This ability isn't something you advertise, and the last time this ability was triggered, it led to your brother's disappearance. Of course it did. There is something more about your dream. It's prophetic? Like a prophecy? It's a warning. I don't know if it's a warning. It could just be Sans looming over the freaking bed watching me as I sleep. Who freaking knows? I can't just jump and assume it's a warning. It could just be Sans' way of saying, hey, I'm here. You look beautiful when you're sleeping. I just want to make sure that nobody came in the middle of the night and tried to kill you. For all I know. Are you going to listen to it? I don't know. Your profile's been locked. The clues have been uploaded. Twinkle. Nickname Frisk. I'm crossing that out. I don't care. Okay? No. Starlight. Eye colour is pink. Soul colour is white. So I'm fine with that because white represents monster. Loosely curled hair. Ivory. Orange blonde. Premise. So your favourite flower is pink daffodil. You like to drink chocolate milk. Ice cream. Warm and cozy. Quirks. You struggle to get out of bed most mornings. Okay. Giggle. Even rather your partner take the initiative, you on the SANS route. Alright, so let's commit. We're committing, guys. We are not going anywhere. Okay, everyone, we are now locked in. There is no turning back at this point. We are stuck with SANS. So let's hope we can actually make it to SANS without getting murdered. That would be great, wouldn't it? And of course, as you all saw, SANS has got a lovely pink daffodil provided by me. I'm going to give each of them a different flower. But anyway. As your pumps click across the sidewalk, you catch a whiff of that unique spicy smoke. Seriously again, Sans? My goodness. Well, at least I know he's nearby, you know. At least it's spicy, I guess. The smell tickles your nose, and it's gone by the second whiff. There is a warm tingle in your chest. Your pink eyes swipe the air around you. You try to find the source of the smell, the source of the danger, but you see nothing. Is he really a danger, though? I mean, sure he can be, as long as we don't anger him. But, you know, I'd rather him over Kara any day. But then again, I don't think in this universe Kara is bad. So let me correct that. I prefer him over the Dromir family any day. There we go. You absent-mindedly rub your hands together as you start to walk to work. 30 minutes later, you arrive at the Black Swan. You change into your provided uniform. Check your appearance to show you look well kept and put together, and not at all like you've been struggling with a lingering nightmare all day. Once satisfied, you won't get teased for a less than acceptable presentation. You head out and start your workday. A week goes by. Okay. You wish you could say it goes by without issue, but there is an issue. You keep catching a whiff of that smell. Really, Sans? My local stalk is stalking me all day, isn't he? I just want to be close to you. Yeah, I freaking notice. It's always in short bursts, on an unexpected breeze and gone by the next time you inhale. You're constantly searching around you. You cannot find anyone near you when you smell it. The first few days it happened, you were taken back to that nightmare. Now you're plainly frustrated. You aren't insane, not yet, and you have complete faith in your soul's instinct. Someone or something is producing that smell. They either have incredible timing to consistently avoid your attention, or you're being stalked. You're being stalked, that's what's happening. He's literally just keeping an eye on you so nothing happens to you, and to, of course, learn your routine. That way, if you do anything out of order, then he'll probably notice. You hadn't done anything to warrant such a focus. Your bath, there was no reason for anyone to be such lengths of you. You hated the waiting game. Which aggravates you further. You hate the waiting games. Well, I mean, maybe SANS is a little shy. But then you hadn't done anything to warrant such a focus, which you haven't technically, as far as I'm aware, we haven't done anything. Because I'm pretty sure at no point have we done anything for SANS to notice us. So he just happened to spot us at some point. Hapstance or purposeful. A week of this happening feels intentional. But you've seen stranger coincidences. There was one case your brother worked on. One of his first cases, the detective, where a man kept finding bodies. Everyone thought the man was the killer behind it all, but no, he was just that unlucky. All the victims were from different murders, and the poor man unwittingly stumbled into them before the murderer could completely dispose of the body. Oh, well, okay, thank you for giving me a little bit more into your brother and the case of the man that was so unlucky he kept finding the dead. At least he didn't die. Remembering that and other strange cases your brother had told you about makes you reserve judgment. That and logically, you don't see a reason for anyone to stalk you. You're attractive, but not that attractive. You don't remember meeting anyone with that smell either. You would have definitely gone out of your way to memorize them due to your dream, which means you infer that they saw you without ever actually meeting you and then decide to stalk you. You suppose strange things have happened, but that's a stretch either way. Well, technically, yeah, because I don't think SANS was smoking at the time, was he? When he talked with Papyrus. So, yeah, we didn't actually smell it. So, he probably sensed the soul. Who knows? Someone who's potentially a lethal threat to you keeps ending up in the same place you visit and leaves before you notice them, or they saw you at a distance and immediately decide to stalk you. You can't tell which one is weirder. The situation has put you on edge. When you go into work at the end of the week, you feel your nerves are already fried. No amount of sketches or deep breaths will ease you. You step into the Black Swan. The familiar low jazz plays in the background. Your pumps sink into the red carpet and your footsteps are swallowed up by the background noise. You move silently. You decide to try and put the situation from your mind. You need to focus on work. You'll have to pay the protection fee soon, and if they decide to unexpectedly hike up the amount again, you want to ensure you won't be cut off guard. You need the money. Good evening, Miss Twinkle. Don't call me Miss. Says Ray, one of your co-workers. He's an older man with dark skin, coffee-coloured eyes, and a friendly disposition. He does his job without complaint. Has helped you deal with rougher customers and is willing to take on extra shifts when someone is sick. It's rare to see him work in the evening shift. He's the bartender for the day shift. You only ever see him when he works a double in the evening. You return his greeting. Thank you for covering me, he says. Hope all went well. Oh, that's right. You covered for Ray last week and were unexpectedly forced to work the back tables. At the time you thought, that's fine with you, more money. You smiled politely and reassured him that all went well. He looks relieved. Good, I forgot that area. I was until Anna mentioned it, and when I got back, I was worried you got stuck with a rough crowd. You shook your head. All went well. Good. Ray, could we get your help in the back? Shouts one of the cooks from the kitchen. Coming, says Ray. He dips his head in your direction. Have a good evening, Miss Twinkle. Stop calling me Mesh. Meh. You wish him the same. You already did your vocal warm-ups on the way in. You only need to change into the shimmery dress the boss provided for you to use when on stage. Looks better under a spotlight than your normal clothes. You continue your journey to the back room. There's a warm tingle in your chest and you pause. You catch a whiff of something spicy and smoky. Really again, SANS! It's rich, strong, it's nearby. Oh my god, is he actually in here now? Is he legit actually in this place? Sans, you better be in the goddamn building this time and actually stay put where I can see you. You turn your head and look at the group of gentlemen entering the Black Swan. There are 5 men and 1 monster. Okay, there's Sans. 3 of the men you recognise as regulars, and you know them to be part of that Vi family, because I refuse to say your full freaking name. The other 2 are fresh faces, and the monster. You hadn't seen this monster before. You're certain of it. Monsters don't come into the Black Swan often. The ones that do are the ones that have ties to one of the families. Monsters considered the best muscle for hire, if you can afford them, due to their incredible magic, tough durability, and some of them have immunity to common human weapons. Monsters are large. Always. Even short monsters easily hit 6 feet, and this monster is no exception to that rules. He is large by every account, and his dress is a fine black suit with a black tie. He wears a suit hat to match, and on his hands, even at a distance, you can see gold rings on his finger. Oh yeah, that's Sans, but I'm going to also throw in here, in his pocket, he also had a pink daffodil. I'm just going to, probably as well, you're going to see, a bit of text just beep, pops up here that says pink daffodil in pocket, because, yeah, that's what I did. It takes you a few seconds to realise his fingers are bony. He's a skeleton monster. You haven't met one of those before. Calm down there, flashing. I see you down there. The only monsters you've encountered prior have been canine or rodent. Your peony coloured eyes move up to his face. You notice he's smoking some kind of cigar and exhales red smoke that looks alarmingly familiar to you. Really? You don't say. You meet his gaze. Why would you lock freaking eyes with him? Jesus, one. Oh, the smoke looks familiar. Let's just look him right in the eyes so he knows we're looking at him. Ugh. Your hand flies up to your chest as your soul thumps in your chest. Your heart pounds in tune, with it leaving a heavy feeling in your chest. Heat floods through you, warm and tingly, and your throat dries out. There's a warm tingle in your chest. Sans, are you doing that? Sans, are you doing something to Miss... Sans, are you doing anything right now? Oh no. I know he can do this. In the comic, he can do something to, Frisk's soul. I don't know if he's doing it. If you are, don't do it without consent, my man. There's a warm tingle in your chest. Oh, cookies, 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 cookies! You can't look away. The world could be on fire and you wouldn't even notice. Everything comes to a stuttering halt in your mind. And then a hand slaps you on your back and you're freed from your delirium. You okay, Twinkle? Asked Wendy. Yeah, perfectly fine. Don't worry about it, Wendy. Thanks for smacking me. One of the waitresses, she looks like she was stepping out of the back room and came to a stop. You swallow roughly and look away. You tell her you're fine. It's not like you were a bit overwhelmed by something. You sure? Wendy places the back of her hand on your forehead, frowning. You seem hot. If you're sick, you should go home. I miss the paycheck? No! Really? Really, character? Character's like, what? Miss the money? Frick, no! Money! I need money in my life! You shake your head. Okay, your call. Drink some more if you need to leave. Just let me know. I can cover for you. You nod and start to move away. You can't resist flickering your eyes at the skeleton again. He's still looking at you. Of course he is. Oh, damn. The man is talking to him, but the skeleton hasn't stopped looking at you. When he notices your gaze, he winks. Really, Sans? What? Of course I'm going to give you a wink. Come on. You feel a heart stroke coming on and immediately look away, fanning your cheeks. Cookies! Oh my god! Character, you okay? You seem to be having a little bit of a problem there. You like what you see? You hurry into the back rooms for water and space. You need to think. His soul is screaming that the man is dangerous, and the same second is swooning for him. God damn it, Soul, you are not helping, are you? No, you're on your own, but I think he's freaking hot. Yeah, I can tell, but he's dangerous, but my god, he's hot. Okay, Soul, you okay? You want to, have a moment? Leave me alone with him. Soul, come back here. Go over there. The soul becomes sentient. Cookies. You are undeniably attracted to someone who could potentially honestly murder you. Ah, that sounds normal. Cookies, cookies, cookies. When your brother talked to you about dames and lads who stuck around their eventual... Really? Oh my god. Lawrence, what have you done? You've made her more sus than I am. Oh my goodness. When your brother talked to you about dames and lads who stuck around their eventual killer... I can't read them without laughing. You always thought that was insane. Have you finally gone insane? You bury your face in your hands. Okay, deep breath. In. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. Focus on the facts. Okay, calm down now. And what you can do. Fact 1. You had a dream warning you about what specifically? He didn't directly kill you in the dream. The smell matches the smoke you choked on. Smoke that looks exactly like the kind from his cigar. Okay, he probably did kill you in your dream, maybe. Really? You think he killed you in it? I mean, you were suffocating, yes, but that's not to say he was trying to kill you. I mean, he could have been trying to kill you, or he could have just been waiting to knock you unconscious. Maybe he was going to kidnap you. Never mind, death would probably be better. Now, for the first time in your life, you wish you had someone to talk to about your ability. You only have one... Oh, wait, you had another premonition dream? I didn't know you had powers of premonition, child. You should make me aware of this before we get into this adventure. How dare you not make me aware of your powers, your abilities, and what you mean it ended terribly. Was it Lawrence? Did Lawrence say? Was it Lawrence? Focus, Twinkle. Fact 2. You're intensely attracted to him, not only in a physical sense, but even your soul has a reaction. Here we go. That's not normal. Souls only react to other souls if they are soulmates. A soulmate is something created after a union, not whatever this is. You're obviously certainly you're not soul bounded to anyone. You could never forget that fact, which means your soul reaction is abnormal. Have you finally gone insane? Is your soul confusing terror for attraction? You now have a handful of choices. Option 1, try to ignore the attraction and stay away from the potential threat. Easy send the Jan, he's literally stalking you. How do you get away from him? He can, appear wherever he freaking wants, but you don't know that, but I do. He can go wherever he wants. Option 2, try to ignore the potential threat and give in to the attraction. Okay, well that sounds more interesting. Ignore the fact he might be a killer and, give in to the fact that you find him freaking hot as can be. Or 3, escape out the back door, play sick for a week and hope you never ever run into him again. Oh my gosh. You've been having this person stalking you for ages. You really think avoiding him for a whole entire week is really going to get him off of you? Option 4. Seriously consider hiring a hitman. Oh, the hitman would get murdered if I'm honest by SANS. SANS might think that you then have a boyfriend and might kill that thing. Or 5. Carry on like normal until you have more information. These are all good options. You have choices. Great! You can carefully think these over while you finish your shift. Maybe even sleep on it. The man is clearly here for business, so there's no reason for you to need to interact with him. You don't even have to look at him while you're on stage. Stare at the back wall. Stare at the back wall. Totally ignore him as best you can, and he's right there. In front of you, in one of the tables. Just stare at the back wall. You get yourself a drink, get dressed and head out. You are forced to acknowledge that ignoring the man will be impossible when he's near. You think so, Cupcake? You don't have to be looking at him to feel his presence. It's uncanny how unconscious you are of him. You haven't been this on edge because of a man since... Oh god, no, we don't think of Papa. Keep Papa out of this. No, this is different. Does this make it worse or better? There's a chance I can romance the skeleton, so it's better. You were a child. Every time you hear laughter from his table, your eyes snap up to look at him, and there he is, looking at you. Well, how the hell do you ignore that? I mean, if you got someone's eyes constantly on you. You hear a deep rumble in his laugh, perhaps, and you've already zeroed your gaze in on him. You think you catch a glance of him standing up. Bathroom visits? And you're already half turned to get a better look. You think for a second you feel a tickling of magic against your soul, and you're already thinking of him. Okay, he's doing that, isn't he? Sounds like you freaking doing that. Are you touching the soul? Stop touching the soul. My character's got a job to do, you know. She's got to make a living. She's got to sing on stage. She can't go doing that in front of everyone. You keep your freaking control it. Everything, every little thing keeps circling back to this strange skeleton monster. You get goosebumps when you hear his voice. You feel shivers down your spine when you catch another whiff of that smell. Your chest feels tighter than a constrictor wrapped around his prey. You've never felt so out of control over your own body. Betrayed, helpless. It's almost enough to make you want to cry. By the end of your unreasonably long shift, you feel unseasonably hot. Buzzed with tingles and uncomfortable moist. You mentally commit yourself to sprinting out of the restaurant as soon as you clock out and make a beeline home. But what if he's like outside? The moment you are cleared to leave, the overnight shift has blessedly arrived. You go straight to the back room, you change into your casual clothes and make sure your pumps are on tight, and decide to sneak out the back door instead of going out the front like you usually do. You better be like freaking looking where you're going. You make it exactly one step of the door when suddenly he's in front of you. Like I said, you know, if you can't get away from him, he's just going to teleport in front of you, but you don't know that. And yay, Sans is finally here. Sans is finally like physically in front of us now. Oh boy, because you already chose to start running as soon as you could, you threw your whole weight into that first step and you plowed into him. Oh no. Your face slammed into his bony chest. He is entirely unfazed, not even taking a step back. Rather, he places one hand on the small of your back, and he looks down at you. You note with a small voice in the back of your head, he has a pair of very pretty crimson highlights. Very pretty. Just to note, you've got really pretty eyes. I like your eyes. The skeleton monster smiles at you with sharp teeth. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a long one. You are a flurry of mixed emotion, understandably. You cannot tell if you want to giggle or cry. What do you do when your very soul is split between warning you of a danger and wanting you to jump in the arms of that very danger? Where are you running to, dollface? The skeleton asks in a low drawl. You spent most of the night staring at me. Now you're running out the back. That looks very concerning, doesn't it? That's concerning. You have the decency to wince, ignoring your own struggles. Your staring must have been weird. No kidding. You don't even have a good explanation for it outside of, well, instant attraction, instant terror. Both? Or you could try to tell him, hey, you know what? Weirdly enough, I had a weird nightmare of me getting suffocated by oddly, very... It just so happens that it looks very similar to your smoke from your scan. Smells the same. Even though technically, you know, nightmares should not have smells in them. But who am I to judge? Not that I'm trying to imply that maybe you were looming over me while I was sleeping or anything. Hey, yeah, let's just not tell him. He doesn't give you a chance to respond, thankfully. Instead, he continues. Of course, I was staring first. You are acutely aware of that fact. And then you become even more aware that he started to rub his thumb on the small of your back. Oh my. I like what I've seen so far, he says, his smile stretching wider to show a glint of gold tooth. Now you tell me, dollface, do you like what you see? Oh my. Oh, we're getting into it, are we? Well then, Okay, how this is gonna be? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with, like, shy? Or are we gonna be bold? I I mean, we don't know his intention. We don't know if he is good or if he is bad. Bite your lip and nod, not trusting your voice. It's embarrassing to admit it, but you don't really think you can collect yourself well enough to lie? Not when your body and soul are so obviously giving you away. He chuckles. The sound reverberates through his whole body and shakes yours. You feel his grip tighten on you. Sweet thing, aren't you? He muses in a warm tone. He radiates smugness. Glad to know I had the right idea. Right idea? What idea? You mean staring at me, or are you talking about stalking me? He raises his other hand to gently run his skeletal fingers through your hair. He slowly twirls a strand around his fingers. Soft, he said. Silky, too. A man of bones like me could really appreciate hair like yours, dollface. When the back of his fingers touches your cheek, an involuntary shudder goes through you. There's a warm tingle in your chest. He lets go of your hair and grabs your chin to force your head to tilt up. Got a name, little lady? He asks, his voice a low rumble. You stumble over your answer. Twinkle, he repeats, pretty name for a pretty lady. He slowly removes his hand from you and takes a step back. As soon as there's distance put between you two, you feel a rush of cold. You hadn't noticed how comfortably warm he felt against you until he was no longer there. He offers his hand out to you and smiles. It's not polite nor kind smile, rather, it feels like the smile of an amused predator. Oh, well then. Okay, it sends a shiver down your spine. The name's SANS, he says, at your surface. Sweetheart. There's a warm tingle in your chest. My god, my soul is like boom, 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 boom. You already accepted his hand by the time you realize what you are doing. He raises it and kisses the back of your hand. Oh my, what a gentleman. Are you free this Saturday, dollface? He asks you. Your mind goes blank for the moment. Are you? You slowly nod. How's about I take you out for a nice little breakfast? He offers. You were not expecting that. You stare at him in surprise. Tone again. Nice and public, he adds. You feel a little bit more relaxed at that. You nod along without realizing it. Good, I'll see you around, little lady. SANS steps aside, no longer blocking your exit. You step past him. You force yourself to move slowly, and as soon as you turn the corner, you break into a sprint. Okay. So, SANS there noticed that you're shy. Do we want to be shy or do we want to be bold, though? What does he do if you just say you like him? I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. There was no denying it. He chuckles. The sound reverberates through his whole body and shakes yours, and you feel his grip tighten. Sweet thing, aren't you? He muses in a warm tone. He radiates smugness. Glad to know I have the right idea. He raises his other hand to gently run his skeletal fingers through your hair. He slowly twirls the strand around your fingers. Soft, he said. Silky, too. A man of bones like me could really appreciate hair like yours, dollface. When the back of his finger touches your cheek, an involuntary shudder goes through you. There's a warm tingle in your chest. He lets go of your hair and grabs your chin to force your head to tilt up. Got a name, little lady? He asks, his voice a low rumble. You answer, pleasantly surprised by how the situation turned out. Twinkle, he repeats. Pretty name for a pretty lady. He slowly removes his hand from you and takes a step back. As soon as there's distance between you two, you feel a rush of cold. You hadn't noticed how comfortably warm he felt against you until he was no longer there. He offers his hand out to you and smiles. It's not a polite nor kind smile. Rather, it feels like the smile of a predator, an amused one. It sends a shiver down your spines. The name's SANS, he says. At your service, sweetheart. There's a warm tingle in your chest. You already accepted his hand by the time you realize what you're doing. He raises and kisses the back of your hand. You free this Saturday, dollface? He asks you. You nod for a moment of thought. How's about take you out for a nice little breakfast? He offers. Yes, you nod along without realizing. That's twice you notice that you already reacted without thought. That's unlike you. Glad I'll see you around, little lady. SANS steps aside, no longer blocking your exit. You step past him. You force yourself to move slowly. As soon as you turn the corner, you break into a sprint. Okay, so the only difference here is if you're super shy, SANS will try to reassure you by saying there's going to be like loads of people around you. And then this one, he doesn't even say anything about there being more people. Because you're a bit more confident. Now, I don't know if I want to go with, like, we're confident. Or do we want to go the shy? Not mention... Can I handle him? Do I think I can handle him? Maybe I can handle him. Let's just keep going. As soon as you turn the corner, you break into a sprint. Your pumps hit the ground hard as you sprint. You do not stop until you can no longer hear the music of the club. You skid to a halt and look around you, desperate to see if you were followed. You were not. Your soul has settled, your infatuation no longer acting up, the heat from earlier is no longer dominating your mind. For the first time that night, you feel like you can breathe easily. SANS, were you literally messing with my soul just to make me hot and bothered until I agreed to, go on a date with you? Was that what you were doing, you sneaky son of a... Dollface, don't finish that sentence. They're probably young viewers. I don't care if there's young viewers. Young ones shouldn't be watching this. It's for mature only. Because they're getting spicy. I'm looking forward to that. Shut up, SANS! I can't. You're talking for me. I know. That's the problem. You suck in the chilled night air. You let it slowly. You raise your hand to your throat as you recall the sensation of choking your nightmare. What was that? What had happened to you? You'd never heard of an ability to affect one's soul so completely. Is it magical? Did SANS cast a spell over you? No, your soul is strong. You would have noticed that, do you think? Wouldn't you? Stop. Doubting your soul would get you nowhere, or worse, get you in a very bad spot. You don't understand this, but that's okay. You'll figure it out. You can do this. You can handle this. Don't doubt your heart, Frisk. It's the best one around. I swear to freaking God, Lawrence, you call me Frisk one more time, I'm going to smack you. You absent-mindedly fix your gloves, your pair of white gloves, and you force yourself to calmly walk home. Oh my goodness, are we still not done out of here yet? Oh my God, this is going to be a long one. I apologize with how long this one is going to be. I'm so sorry. As you walk, you mentally count how much you made, how much you have, and will it be enough? You cross the street and go through the alleyway. You do the mental math and recall what's in your hidden savings box. You keep your money in a little piggy bank. Sock hidden under the bed. That sounds way too... Puzzle box? Okay, we'll have it be a puzzle box. Oh my God. We will change what it is. A little piggy bank, sock hidden under the mattress. Why not? Homage to SANS. We'll put it in a sock. Don't really hide your money in a sock under the thing, but we'll do it. Yes, you made enough. Way to go, you. Actually, you made more than enough. Everything you earn for tomorrow and the day after can go straight to your savings. You'll be able to purchase another round of posters at this rate. Maybe even hire a detective. Wait, you want to hire a detective to find a detective? What if the detective goes missing because the first detective went missing? I'm just saying. You exit the alley and step onto your main street. You stop. There's another monster. There is? He has white fur, long ears, and two curled... Oh God, is this Ezreal? It's Ezreal. He wears a pair of black suit pants, a white suit shirt with black vest and black armbands over top. He stares up at the moon in the sky, a lost look on his face. Blessedly thankful your soul has no reaction to him. You don't find him threatening in the slightest bit. On the contrary, the look on his face reminds you of your brother whenever he got lost in the city. A part of you wants to ignore him and go home, but that look... Oh, whatever. You walk up to him. I don't get a choice in the matter. Excuse you? What do you mean? I'm just going to willy-nilly walk up to him. Do you know who this is? He's the same shooter from is. Excuse you? No, thank you. Character, stop doing things by yourself. I'm in charge here, not you. How dare you become sapient? He looks over at you and he grins. Hi there. Do you know this area? You do. Great, I'm lost. Spectacularly so. He laughs. Do you know how to get to the brick wall? You do. The monster looks relieved. Would you... Oh, where are my mariners? Howdy. I'm Raltsy. Why did you tell me your name was something else? Also an anagram of your freaking name. You introduced yourself. Miss Twink, I'm going to strangle one of you, I swear. Repeats Ralsei. Would you mind showing me the way? I'm terrible with directions. You smile kindly and you don't mind at all. Raltsy looks relieved. Thank you. If I'm late, my sibling will never let me hear the end of it. Okay, so this confirms that Ezreal and Kara were not the two I was thinking of, so it must be a completely different pairing of monster and human. Okay, because there's still siblings in this, that's good. I think. I'm assuming the sibling is Kara. You are happy to help. Raltsy beams. How lucky for me. The two of you start walking. You take the lead and he matches your pace. Do you work around here, he asks. Stop asking me so many questions. Stop being nosy. You could be like relaying information back to the Dramirs. You're sus. All of you are sus. I'm watching you. You once said that you do... Ah! Oh, really? What do you do? You're a singer. Raltsy looks strangely fascinated. I've never had a job like yours. It looks exhausting. You like it well enough. You ask what kind of work he does. Raltsy glanced up at the night sky. I mostly help my dad with his... He's a manager of sort. Family business, you know? Alrighty, so he's not like the king of monsters or anything, is he? It's just a family business, you say. Nothing suspicious at all. You're lying. You're telling white lies. And you also lied about your name. You nod. As you walk, Raltsy asks you more questions about your job. Why are you being super nosy? He seems genuinely interested and you sense no danger from him, so you feel comfortable to answer. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait. You feel danger from SANS, but you feel nothing from Ezreal. Really? Whatever. When you arrive at his destination, he thanks you with a grin and holds out his hand to you. When you place your hand in his, he gives it a firm but friendly shake. It was a pleasure meeting you, Miss Twinkle, says Raltsy. Okay, so he's not a gentleman like SANS who kissed my hand. Yes, same to him. There's a shout further down the road. Raltsy turns his head in the direction of the voice. He briefly frowns, letting go of your hand and says, I hope we meet again. Likewise. Bye, Miss Twinkle. You finally get home. You make it home. Oh, we have the chapter end. Oh my god, we finally made it. This was a very, very long chapter. I'm so sorry it went on for so long. I hope you guys don't mind that it was lengthy. I don't know if I should chop them up or just keep them as completed chapters. I don't know. Either way, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. And, what do you think so far? I was throwing suspicion at a lot of people here. Oh, wait, before we end, though, we should probably check our clues. Detective Lawrence M. Holmes, your missing brother. Ah, that sounds normal, doesn't it? Our brother, our freaking brother. Yay. Okay. Alright. Did we get anything new about him? Apparently no. 5 years ago he disappeared while investigating something and he didn't leave me a freaking clue. Of course he didn't. Okay, so what's the next one called? In this city. Oh, good lord. Okay, so I see you guys in chapter 3. I'm going to also put a poll up as well for you guys to vote on the next route you want me to tackle. And on top of that, let me know what you think of my SANS. Or if you have any comments you'd like to leave, do so and you'll be included in the next video. So yeah, that being said, thank you so much for watching. So sorry this was a lot longer. Oh my god, at least we met SANS now. And SANS apparently is going to take us on a date. Yes, a date, which is exciting. Well then, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!